Stuart Goldsby is one of 150 Alabama athletes competing in the 2019 National Senior Games in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But for him, it's not about winning.
Oh, it's a life skill that anybody can do. It's competition for myself.
For over 50 years, Stuart has been shooting with his bow and arrow, and now he's found other people his age and older who love it too.
Yeah, they're an inspiration, obviously. You know, I'm a youngin' at 62.
There are 20 different sports and 5-year age divisions starting at 50 years old. Mary Kemp is the most seasoned. She turns 97 this week and will be defending her gold medal in the 50-meter dash. There are 2 athletes older than 90.
They inspire me to continue trying to do this for another 30 years.
Deanna Pack is one of the program coordinators and says working with the seniors is what makes her job most enjoyable.
We had one athlete that didn't know what she wanted to do, so she ended up just participating in 7 different sports, and now she's going to compete in 4 different sports out in nationals.
Not to mention, she loves seeing what the games do for the people competing.
Helps them mentally and emotionally. It's incredible. They all look 10 to 20 years younger than what they are, so the physical aspect of it.
It's all about getting and staying active. Stuart says you make new friends along the way, but most importantly, you improve yourself.
I'm not competing against anybody else that I shoot with. It's me and my target, and it's just self-discipline and self-improvement.
He and Deanna say other seniors should take the shot and get involved too. In Shelby County, Ashley Gooden, ABC 3340 News.
Police, 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 because I had my parents on the phone and I wanted them to know if I couldn't get them to please call.
Danielle Yancey says she arrived home just moments before having to scream for help. It wasn't long before she started noticing red flags around the house.
Things were out and it just didn't seem right. My drawer was open, things were out on the counter, and I just thought, how strange is this? I wonder if my husband is here and did this, and what was he looking for?
Yancey was about to find out it wasn't her husband. She heard sounds coming from his closet and started heading that way. She didn't get far before coming face to face with a man wearing gloves, carrying a bag.
It took me a minute to think about jewelry, him, gloves, and I immediately started yelling, "Who are you? What are you doing?"
The next thing she knew, he was moving toward her and reaching for her.
And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, and I just started like backing up straight back.
She held the door shut to the laundry room and eventually he left, taking with him jewelry and important personal documents.
It is very unnerving that this happened. I never thought it would happen to me. It's one of those things you're always afraid of could happen to you. And it was one of my fears to walk in and have someone in my home that was an intruder.
An elderly woman living alone was targeted by 2 men dressed in suits claiming they were police officers, according to Anniston Police. One of them carrying a briefcase. I spoke with the detective working the case. While she was not available to go on camera, she did share some details of the investigation with me. The 2 phony cops told the elderly woman they suspected one of her family members was involved in a bank robbery. The victim says the men were very convincing, especially when one of them flashed a badge and asked if they could come in. They then asked her if there was any cash in the house, claiming they needed to use it to compare to the money recovered from the robbery. Then they took with them hundreds of dollars and her trust.
I'm scared. Seriously, I'm scared.
I spoke with Anniston resident Catherine White, who says she, like the victim, is often home alone. She worries about scenarios like this happening to her.
Because there's so much going on nowadays, but sometimes I do open the door, but now I won't be opening the door.
Although she says she likely still will open the door for police if they come knocking. Andrew Donnelly, ABC 3340 News. Razor wire and brick walls surround inmates here in Blount County, but on Tuesday night, 24 of them chose to be set free.
I've been in here 3 months.
I had a year sentence.
13 months.
Got 34 days left.
Not really sure how long I got to be here yet.
All of these men are serving time. They've all committed drug-related offenses, and they're all certain of one thing.
Thank you, Sheriff.
They all want forgiveness.
For certain that I want to be a dad to my kids.
My son just started football and I'm missing the football season. He's there doing it without me right now.
When they get out, they'll have to work that out with their families. While they're in, Sheriff Mark Moon gave them the option to find forgiveness behind bars through Jesus.
It's an outward showing. This is who I was before I met Jesus Christ. And now I'm dead and I'm buried. And my old self is gone. and I'm resurrected new, and I'm somebody totally different in Jesus.
The idea started with a former inmate who was in and out of jail all the time. He formed Redeemed Ministries and is now giving other inmates a chance to see the light.
It's a place that's meant to be dark and dull, and it's a place that's meant to bring you down inside, and to know that the Lord's moving in there with us and through us. And we know as we spread His word, it's just going to get better and better.
Andrew Donnelly, ABC 3340 News.